Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to your girl page or channel, wherever you watching from. So today is autism screening day. Baby, when I say it has been long overdue, my son will be 9 next month. And baby, we have been trying to, well, I have been trying to get answers for a good little while when it comes down to my son. He has been tested for it once, and I kind of feel like it was a bias thing. So we're going to take him to this specialist today to see what they say, and I'm praying we get some answers because, like I said, it gets overwhelming when you know as a parent that something is going on with your child, but you just can't put your finger on it. And you're asking for answers and help. And just because I feel like sometimes it's because of, but that I can't get answers. However, the pediatrician that my kids had for all their life, baby, when I tell you, she was my pediatrician and I love her down. Nothing short of amazing when it comes down to her. But now that I'm in Houston, it is unfamiliar territory when it comes down to pediatricians because I don't know who I can trust because she was my pediatrician. So then when I started having kids, she became my kids' pediatrician. So with that being said, I just want to know like my kids are in the best care because that's where they came from. Like when I say amazing pediatrician, amazing. But starting over means starting over with pediatricians as well. So yeah. And then I also have my oldest at home. She needed her day, a mental health day. So I allowed her to stay home for that. Um, because I do got an hour drive when it comes down to taking my son to get tested. However, we're going to get to it, and yeah. So I have a couple orders that I need to do this morning just to finish up getting all of the money because his appointment is going to cost $540. But we're gonna get it done. So let's go in here, get this order done. Let me check in. Um, put my phone on this charger. These little chargers is a lifesaver. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Start shopping. So yeah, let's get to it, babes. Okay, y'all. So we got two more dropouts. So our first one is 4 minutes away. So, yeah. Get to it. Yeah, and they would bring me to a place where I've been wanting some pandas so bad. They orange chicken, magnificent. I gotta learn how to make it at home. Well, I'll see y'all in a minute. Already, we got our, I think this is our fourth one. So, yeah, let's get to it. Oh, hey, y'all. Welcome back to your girl page. I am back. We went to the doctor today, and I still didn't get no answers. But I wanted to kind of give y'all the update because I did tell y'all about him going to go get tested for autism. So the results were that the doctor basically told me that he does show signs of autism. However, that he said that the diagnosis of autism would still not give me any relief when it comes down to what's the real cause of everything else that's going on. Because he has 5 things that really stand out that autism is, and then he has things that aren't autism related. And he basically just said, like, when it's autism, it's all autism. So now I have a bunch of referrals that I have to take my son to be seen for. And I don't know, as a mom who's been trying to get answers for so long, it really hurts. When I say it hurts so bad, because I have been dealing with this since my son came into this world. And it makes me really emotional because y'all just don't understand. As a mom trying to figure out what's going on with their child, and you know something is going on. Even the doctor, he said it's definitely something. He said, but they have to check like his brain functioning and stuff like that. And maybe I didn't had so many tests ran, and just to get the news that we still gotta run more tests to figure out what's the root cause of everything. And here it is. I'm a mom of 5. I have one that has SVT, so he has a heart condition. And I've been dealing with this with my oldest since he came into the world. As he started to grow and get bigger, and you can notice the signs that your child is different. And I don't know if it's just because this, but honestly, when I went to this man today, he was very welcoming. I loved everything about the setting of it. I took a video, and I'm gonna post a clip of it. Like, the lobby is amazing. And he interacted and everything. He ran the test. And he listened to everything I said about my child, and he saw what I was saying, and it's just like, what else do I have to do to get this figured out? Because as a mom feeling hopeless and not knowing what's really what, yes, it's hard to be a mom to a child that has that's different. It is very hard. It's them days that you don't want to get out the bed, but you ain't got no other choice but to get out that bed. And here it is. I thought, like, let me roll up my window. Here it is. I thought, like, I was gonna have some answers the whole time. I still don't have no answers for what's really going on, and it hurts. It is bothering my girl so bad because as much as I want to say, like, oh yeah, I got help 100%, I don't, because like I have my mom, I have God, I have a select few people, but when it comes down to moving away from your hometown and moving away from like your support system, even though it was some people in my support system that was literally breaking me, literally like breaking me down. It didn't matter if I was doing something good, if I was doing something wrong, like nothing was ever good enough, while also trying to show up and be a present mother, let alone trying to show up for yourself. So like this video is like really, I don't know, like I don't get on camera crying and stuff like that, but I just need to let it out because I just knew that we was gonna have some type of answers. And to just know, like, yeah, he has signs of autism, but since he has other things going on as well, and the man, like I said, he basically just told me that that diagnosis just wouldn't fix, what basically everything that's going on. So even though he has signs of autism, um, he's he won't diagnose him with it because of the simple fact he like it's something else that's going on. So we have to get the brain test done and things of that sort, and it is very overwhelming. And I just don't know how many times I can say it just hurt. It hurt. And I can't even get on her and tell y'all every single thing that I'm feeling right now. But baby, when I tell you this don't feel good. And I had to drive, pick up all the kids, get everybody, had them go in the house just so I can have a moment. And baby, when I said I done been in traffic, it was an hour to get there, an hour back, paid the 540, and still no answers. Like it's never about the money. It's just knowing, like in my soul, I'm like, I'm gonna get some answers today. I'm gonna get some answers. Like you don't understand when you've been battling this for so long, and you the only who, like you've been dealing with it. And my son about to be 9, and to still not have no answers is crazy. Some of the things that my son do is not normal, and I know it. It's just to go from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor, but it'll tell me how they don't know. It's killing me on the inside. Like at 9 years old, my son should be able to function because we should have already gotten this addressed. And I got tired of them telling me like, oh, the insurance, the Medicaid is not covered. So what I did was I worked and I grind to get the money in. Here it is. Still no answers. Like y'all, when I called this place, like the man at the call center, he like, well, since you got Medicaid, we don't take, funds from people who get Medicaid. And I'm like, look, at this point, I just need answers for my child. Like, what's the dollar amount? Like, I just don't know. Like, I just don't know. Like, It's so bittersweet right now. Like, but I trust in God that eventually I'll get some answers. Like, I gotta make some calls tomorrow, get all of these referrals reached out, like done, scheduled, so we can finally get some type of answers. Like, I'm tired of going to specialist after specialist after specialist just to have nothing. But y'all, I'm finna stay here in my driveway for a little bit. Please don't judge. Even if you do judge me, just look at it as from a tired mother's standpoint.